All right, here we are. All gas, no brakes. Oh, is the Matty Daddy. Bang, shake a bang. It is quick hitters. It's going hot and it's going heavy, baby. But I'm not here alone. We're talking Mike Williams, wide receiver from the Los Angeles Chargers. But I'm not here by myself. When you go to players, you talk trades, you go to your crew. And that's the Fantasy Football Affair crew. That is FF Bourbon Dude, Bradley Stickler, the man, the myth, the legend. Brad, what's up, my man? Here we are.
Dude, I'm living the fucking dream. I'm here with my boy Matty Daddy, sipping on some Henry McKenna 10-year bottled and bond, ready to talk about one of my favorite dynasty assets in Mike Williams. I'm just fucking ready, bro. I'm ready.
Dude, Mike Williams, one of these guys that just we've heard the hype from different, dynasty nerds was on this guy. We were on these guys. Everybody's wanted a piece of Mike Williams, and then you've been burned. So kind of fill us in on Mike Williams up to now. Like what has went wrong or what has happened?
Well, his receptions is the biggest issue, right? The guy, he's a contested catch guy. That's what they brought him in with the 7th pick in 2017 as the San Diego Chargers with Phillip Rivers at the helm. This dude is a contested catch beast. If you have not watched him play and you don't know what his skill set is, then you're missing out on some excellent shit going down on the field. The problem is some health. He can't really stay healthy when he does get on the field, and he's in that like 56 to 57% catch rate, which is pretty low, but it's also fairly normal when you're looking at a skill set like Mike Williams with the contested catches and guys just trusting and believing and chucking the ball up for him. So he deals with a lot of uncatchable balls that are overthrown or thrown out of bounds or thrown into double, triple coverage. But some of the shit that this dude comes down with is unreal right now. Unreal.
Well, and those catches we've seen kind of lead into, back injuries for the most part? Because he's like a freaking, dunking the ball, but he gets so high and he comes down so violently. So those injuries have kind of crept in. And I think, so we're missing the receptions. We're missing all those catches. We're seeing the big plays, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's talk about this year. I want you to kind of fill us in on the team we're looking at. We saw Herbert last year. We got a new coaching staff. We have a few weapons gone, a few new ones. Let's talk Chargers.
Yes. So me and my man, Eric Burkholder, Eric Burkholder 6 on Twitter. We always talk about dumpster diving. So you're thinking in those later rounds, what are you looking at? And you're thinking, I've got the wide receiver 2 in an offense that we're not sure if they're going to be able to run the ball outside of Austin Eckler. They've got a guy who we know loves to throw it in Justin Herbert, and they've got a new offensive coaching staff where they bring in Joe Lombardi, who was the Lions offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15, who you don't even see on the sheet here in front of you, where we got all the different player positions that the Chargers have right now. But when you add a guy like Joe Lombardi, everybody's kind of like, well, what's it going to look like? What's Joe Lombardi going to do? Is he going to bring in the Saints offense since that's where he was as an assistant coach? Look, this dude, when he was in Detroit, supported Golden Tate and Calvin Johnson, the Megatron, in some huge seasons for those guys. You're looking in 2014, Golden Tate putting up 1,300 yards, Megatron over 1,000, 12 touchdowns combined, and very similar numbers in 2015. So they're going to look to try to air the ball out with their new second year quarterback in Justin Herbert. And there's really no options behind Keenan Allen and Mike Williams right now. They bring in a rookie in Josh Palmer, who we'll talk through. They got guys like Jalen Guyton and Tyron Johnson that flashed on the field, but everybody who talks about those guys flashing obviously weren't watching the games or didn't realize that Mike Williams was hurt and not even on the field. When this guy's on the field, Justin Herbert is going to target him. They're going to give him the opportunity to go up and get it. And when you look at stats, which if we've got time, we'll get into, he's a guy that you want to go dumpster diving in because he has the upside that you're looking for. He's got wide receiver 2 upside that you're getting in the 12th round right now.
So talk to me about Josh Palmer here for a little bit. This is a Tennessee product, 3rd round pick, I believe. Any idea that he might take over Mike Williams, or do you see Mike Williams the clear number 2?
Hell no. It ain't even close. No,
Not
now
up in here.
I'll say, yeah, Josh Palmer was a surprise pick in the third round. I think for most people, I comped him as kind of like a poor man's Jamar Chase. He's not quite. His game is very similar. He's very physical. That's how he likes to play. He doesn't create a ton of separation or anything like that. But he's not quite as fast and he's not quite as big as Jamar Chase is. So I think that's the kind of game you're looking at. But he doesn't have the contested catch capabilities that Mike Williams has, which that team's going to need and that team's going to lean on as Justin Herbert develops.
Woo, baby, I love it. You're bringing the gas tonight. Let's talk trades, dude. You were talking Josh Palmer. Let's talk rookies. Everybody is hype. We've got Rotorball, if anybody's checked it out. Britt Sanders, rookie on the rise. FFaffair.com. Don't miss out on any rookie yum-yums. But I want to hit you with trade values. Let's go first. Kenny Gainwell. Oh, Kenny, my boy. Kenny Gainwell, man. 206, 209 range in Superflex. This is a guy we've seen how inconsistent Miles Sanders can be. Is this rookie pick wise, rookie player wise? Are you willing to give up a 206 player like Kenny Gainwell, like Tony, somebody like that, to get Mike Williams?
100%. The upside's there for Mike Williams, whereas when you talk about Kadarius Toney, he's in there with some other players, right? Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, Saquon, Kenny G, Evan Ingram. They're still trying to figure out that offense with Daniel Jones. I'm not going with the third, fourth, maybe even fifth option in that offense. So that's a smash except for Mike Williams for me. Kenny G is where it starts to get a little interesting because the upside's there for Kenny G, at least in my opinion, right? This guy is a very good ball player, and you kind of led into it. Miles Sanders has proven maybe he's not that workhorse that they kind of hoped he could be when they drafted him in the second round a few years ago. So I think there's a potential he loses a lot of that passing work that's important in PPR leagues to Kenny Gainwell, because Kenneth Gainwell excels at that area of his game. So I would. It's a little closer, but I'd probably still go Mike Williams if it was between the two.
All right. So you would feel comfortable around the 207, 209 if you're still have your rookie draft to come up, or maybe – so how about a future second? Is that something you're willing to commit, or is that a little too steep right now?
Yeah, so here's where it gets a little interesting, right? And this is where you need to go listen to our man, Britt Sanders, the FF Sandman, and talk about Devy and what the future classes look like. Because if it was a 2022 second, I'd send that in a heartbeat. And then even if it's a higher end second in 2022, I'd probably send that because the class doesn't look like it's going to be as strong as even this year's and definitely not last year's. So 2023, that's where I might start to be a little skeptical to look any higher than that mid-second, though.
Okay, well, let's keep the train going with running backs. So Gainwell's a tricky one. Let's talk a guy who was an RB1 last year. They drafted Etienne in the first round. James Robinson. A lot of intrigue with this guy as well. He could help you depending on how they use Travis Etienne. We don't know what Urban Meyer has planned, yet he drafted him in the first round. James Robinson, you're a contender. Are you willing to package him to maybe deepen your wide receiver core?
That I don't know if I can do that. That's a tough one for me. So James Robinson has some standalone value similar to Mike Williams. He's going to give you weeks that you feel comfortable putting in your lineup. He also gives you that upside that, let's say Travis Etienne happens to get hurt. You've seen this guy put up top 10 performance. What was he, RB7 last year as an undrafted rookie? So you've seen what he can do on the field, and you've seen that he can produce for your team. I see a little bit too much upside there, and I'm going to have to go James Robinson. Man, that pains me to say, but I'm going to go James Robinson. So
we're trying to win here, so it makes sense. Now is the time to buy Mike Williams because the price is so low. Can't get any lower, I wouldn't think. So, Brad, I've hit you with the rookie question, hit you with the vet contending team. I want you to fill us in. If everything goes right, end of the year ranking where you see him finishing, and then if you have any little stats or something you want to bring up to kind of really catch our eye on Mike Williams, feed it to us.
Yeah, I think there's a very good possibility the guy's in the wide receiver 20 to 24 range. And when you're talking about a guy that you're getting right now as the ADP wide receiver 59 in the 12th round who gives you the upside, you've seen him put up 1,000 yards in a season before. You've seen him put up double-digit touchdowns. If he can just manage to maybe mesh those two things together, which I think is well within the realm of possibility, that's a smash play in the 12th round, middle of the 12th round, you're getting Mike Williams. Stats wise, you always look for, okay, when you're dumpster diving, what are some stats that give me some feelings about a player, right? A lot of people want to play the feelings game when they play fantasy football. So think about average depth of target. People love looking at average depth of target. This guy was first in average depth of target against the zone. He was second against average depth of target against man, behind by 0.4 yards next to the one and only uncomparable Tyreek fucking Hill.
Wow.
He was the only person that had a depth of target higher than Mike Williams against man coverage. That's incredible. When you look at that, you know this guy's getting targets down the field. He has the third most contested targets behind Allen Robinson and Devontae Parker. But he's got better catch rates than Allen Robinson when you're looking at contested catches. So if those targets can creep up just a little bit and he can stay healthy, you can see an absolutely huge explosion from Mike Williams, moving you from a wide receiver 59 to an easy flex player wide receiver 2 play throughout the season.
So we might have ourselves a hot buy. If you're saying he's in the 50s and he has already done it, and dude, he's 26 in Dynasty. That's young. And like you said, he's done it before. This is a guy, keep on your radar, make your own decision, but Brad's here to help you out along the way. I'm the Matty Daddy, Bourbon Dude. Welcome to the Scott Fishbowl, my man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Dude, I was happy dancing when I got the email on Father's Day.
Yeah. What a great way
beautiful.
to do it.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
Dude, we did it again. Another quick hitter, all gas, no brakes. Till next time, I think we got Mike Davis on the docket tomorrow. Well, till next time, I'm the Matty Daddy, the Bourbon Dude. My pleasure, my treasure.
Later.